Welcome to Eblack Media. Today we dive into the rich and fascinating history of Ethiopia, land of over 100 million people, the birthplace of coffee, the seat of the African Union, and a nation with roots stretching back to ancient times. Ethiopia's story begins deep in prehistory with the Kingdom of DMT, which coexisted with ancient Egypt and Nubia. Facing the Red Sea was the Kingdom of Saba in modern-day Yemen. These kingdoms had close ties, and some even believe they might have formed a single entity. According to Ethiopian tradition, this was the home of the legendary Queen of Sheba, who converted to Solomon's faith and bore his child. This child returned to Ethiopia to rule, starting a lineage of kings claiming descent from King Solomon. The Ethiopian Church asserts that the Ark of the Covenant was brought to Ethiopia during this period and has been safeguarded there for over 2,500 years. However, around 400 BC, the Kingdom of DMT fragmented into several city-states. One of these city-states, Axum, rose to prominence around the 1st century BC, unifying the northern Ethiopian highlands. By the 1st century AD, Axum was a major player in trade between the Roman Empire and ancient India. A notable Persian scholar of the time even listed Axum as one of the 4 great powers alongside Persia, Rome, and China. The Axumite kings minted gold currency that was widely circulated from the Mediterranean to India. In 325 AD, King Ezana converted to Christianity, making it the state religion and the first to feature the cross on its coins. He expanded Axum's influence, even contributing to the collapse of the 1,000-year-old kingdom of Kush. Axum reached its peak under King Caleb, who invaded the Arabian Peninsula in 520 AD against the Jewish king Yusuf of Himyar, who persecuted Christians. Caleb installed a Christian viceroy, but this viceroy was later overthrown by one of Caleb's generals, Abraham, who declared himself king, and is noted for his failed invasion of Mecca in 570 AD. The rise of the Arab Empire led to Axum's decline, cutting off its trade routes and causing it to retract into the highlands. New kingdoms like Alodia emerged on its borders, converting to Christianity and using different dialects and scripts. According to tradition, around the year 1000 AD, a female pagan warlord overthrew Axum, devastating the land and destroying churches. The Zagreb dynasty took over in 1137, with rulers like Gebre Meskel Lalibela, who carved 11 churches from single pieces of stone to create a new Jerusalem in response to the Muslim capture of the Old Jerusalem. However, the Zagreb dynasty lacks Solomonic descent and was overthrown in 1270 by a dynasty claiming direct descent from King Solomon. The Solomonic line ruled for over 700 years, enduring challenges like the 14-year Abyssinian Adal War, where the Ethiopians, with Portuguese help, repelled the Ottoman-backed Adal Sultanate. The Age of Princes, 1769 to 1855, saw Ethiopia fragmented into regions with no central authority, while emperors were reduced to figureheads. This ended with Tawadros II, who restored central control but later committed suicide to avoid British capture. The British looted Ethiopian treasures, including crowns accumulated over centuries. Ethiopia faced invasions, such as the 1874 Egyptian invasion backed by the Ottomans, which the Ethiopians decisively defeated. Emperor Johannes IV fell in battle against Sudanese forces, and his successor, Menelik II, expanded the empire and repelled a full-scale Italian invasion. In 1935, Mussolini's Italy invaded with overwhelming force, leading to a brutal and bloody conflict. Despite atrocities, the Ethiopians resisted, and with British help, Emperor Haile Selassie returned from exile to reclaim his throne in 1941. Post-war, Haile Selassie began democratic reforms, but slow modernization led to his overthrow in 1974 by a socialist military junta. The ensuing turmoil saw Ethiopia and Eritrea unite in a chaotic state, plagued by infighting and disastrous policies. Mengistu Haile Mariam's rule ended in 1991, with rebels closing in on Addis Ababa, leading to his exile in Zimbabwe. A transitional government drafted a new constitution allowing ethnic regions to secede, resulting in Eritrea's immediate independence and the modern state of Ethiopia. Thanks for watching Black Media. Shout out to my amazing patrons on Patreon and fantastic subscribers. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and smash that like button. Bonus fact: did you know the Rastafari religion, originating in Jamaica in the 1930s, regards Ethiopian Emperor Haile Selassie as the second coming of Christ and the embodiment of Jah on earth?